just spend 30 extra points for it. It's the weather, innit, lads?
Yeah, if I lose, I'm blaming blaming Josh's stream. So it means that it's cancelled, void. We have to do it again. But if I win, it doesn't.
What can I say? But so please, give us a recap of the state of play at the moment.
So currently we have a great unclean one here who's on 8 wounds, who's about to slap me back in a minute.
Yeah.
The Terminator's hit, but Matt rolled like a demon, of course. We have a great unclean one here and some Beasts of Nurgle in combat with some Wardens. The great unclean one interrupted. Were you bracketed, by the way?
Yes. But I got like loads of 6s.
Yeah, you got loads of 6s.
I got
who's
one.
in combat with some Wardens. He's only on 5 wounds.
He's not attacked yet.
He has attacked.
No, you haven't.
I haven't attacked him yet, no. So I'm just trying to get the points on, but it's not connecting.
Right.
So we'll have to wing it, I guess.
What, you trying to get what? No, that's fine. I've made my own score sheet.
Okay, cool. Alright, so the 3 Wardens are going to hit the...
Nothing can go wrong with paper and pen.
+1 to hit.
The Blade Champion is going to hit the Beasts of Nurgle. So, this is the Wardens. They're going for sustained. No sustained, and 1 sustained and 1 miss. So, full house.
Yep.
And we're winning on 4s because of the +1 to wound.
I do hate to see no rerolls in an army. They take a lot of rerolls out there, haven't they?
So it is 4, 8, 9.
Well, everyone memes it, and then as soon as something comes out with like 4 rerolls to hit, it's always like, oh my god, GW are meant to take less rerolls. You know, why is my rerolls? I mean, why am I 40k game?
It was 5. It failed. So it's 10 damage. Do you explode?
No.
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 No. Okay.
The pink one, not Rotigus?
No. Roticus is over here.
He's the one on 8 wounds remaining.
The pink one is the grand green one. So he's...
And then we have the Blade Champion into the Beast of Nurgle.
It's nice, you know.
Miss one. But
You would like to have picked up both. It would have gave you a lot of breathing room.
Pause. Nothing. Well, can't complain really, can I? Do you want to hit me back?
Yes. Doesn't matter where.
No, not really. What's going first? The beasts?
We'll do the beasts. Why not? Nothing affects them now.
Mine's one to wound. What's strength?
6.
No, 4 to them.
It is and it isn't, right? Because
That's very cocked.
Nick is end around scoring. He also, you can only get if, true. I don't think. Well, apart from just devastating wound flamer shots coming out of nowhere. The custodes are quite sturdy
AP minus 1.
into these great unclean
Nope.
ones with F4. Roll bad.
Taking a wound. Second one. Taking a wound.
Feel no pains anyway, yeah?
Although Matt did score 0 secondaries on his second turn, which doesn't usually happen.
So you just take one's just down to 1.
Yeah, for such a commanding position
Examinators.
to have after 2 turns 6 secondary
Do the Nurglings doubt it's the
is sort of, and that was the game plan we're kind of discussing before, was actually primary 10, 10, 10, 15, so only 5 loss. Well, you know, it's
It's looking like you just claw that back on secondaries now.
yeah, exactly. I mean, admittedly, you know, Storm established round 1 for Nick wasn't great either, but that hasn't been as anywhere near as punishing as it could have been.
AP 0. Fine.
Rotagus.
You know, that score there for Matt could easily have been 15 odd points
Needs to
with a couple of different secondaries.
whack now.
Oh yeah, easily extend and secure no my arm.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there's so many good ones. Like overwhelming force is like
Toughness?
quite bad. I still think you should have kept defend.
And they got minus.
Yeah, the defend was curious to me as a drop. It seemed like a banked 3 points, and then you know, not 9 on that secondary
Not bracketed.
doesn't seem as bad as a score as 6 potentially does.
On 3s.
Hit me.
Yeah, you're not like gonna cap secondaries towards the end, but at least you'll get close-ish.
Yeah.
That was.
You know, and there's a bit of movement because I think I'm pretty sure the Flesh Hounds will be Downey, right?
Yeah, they can up you Downey. I don't know if they have a
Let's go. Freeze.
6-inch. If someone's within 6 inch, you can't. I'm
AP
unsure on
Minus 3.
that, but yeah.
3. I care not, for I am a custodian. I do care
Yeah.
a bit.
Also,
Damage a pop.
3 each.
Yeah.
Okay. You die.
oh,
wounds
In
you got?
fact, yeah, 4 points each.
Yeah.
good thing, because that would have been them all dead if they didn't.
No, 3 went through,
Yeah.
so it's 3 damage.
Yeah, so the Flesh Hounds is just as long as you're not in engagement range.
Turn. Okay.
Okay, so it's a really good one.
Over 4.
Yeah, a bit better than a Scouts version.
Yeah, because you don't even have deep strike as well, so it's
In play.
Yeah. It's Grey Knight's equivalent, right?
Your turn. You have
yeah.
2 objectives.
How many OC you got on that?
2.
I got 3.
Oh, 15 again.
How many on overwhelmed did you get there?
Just one.
Just one, so that's 3 points, right?
Yeah.
Defender's yet to be scored.
So I get Max Primary.
You get max primary.
Mhm.
Oh, really? This is the beast's worth 3.
Yes.
And this is minus 1 to them anyway, so even if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Um,
Couldn't stop it. Do you want to see your mission, sir?
Secondaries are.
yes.
Okay. Missions are recover assets. You had Cull, so I'm just going to redraw.
And cold.
And Storm.
And storm. Ooh, not.
6 OC.
Okay.
Again,
So-
primary score here.
So they don't need to, how many, what have you lost, anything?
Yeah, I guess.
Anything below half?
No.
It'd be incredibly difficult for Matt not
No.
to get the 50
Yes,
there
yeah.
now because he's
So
just
they're
hold
below
2.
anyway, so they're going to have to
And
do
there
it
isn't
anyway.
the threat really from
But I
the
could get it to do it
custodies to
twice.
take
Yes, sir.
either of the left-hand
Okay.
objectives.
So-
That's before any of the combat or anything occurs in the middle.
Uh,
Yeah, and I could see a world now where these great unclean ones come and
carry on.
Okay.
just try and surround this middle
Yeah.
and just secure it and try and take a primary difference by just giving him a 10 every turn.
2 mortals?
2 mortals.
Yeah, I mean,
down
yeah,
to
that great
5.
unclean one can
Just double check.
slap
How many
into
wounds you
some
got?
of those
I'm pretty sure it's 6.
custodies there. You know, maybe it tries to get brave and go into Caladius. I don't think the Caladius is going to be that as impactful as maybe getting a couple of those
He's down to 6.
custodies models down, because you know eventually you're at a point of resource use where do you want to shoot your Caladius or do you need to go and get a secondary?
And again?
No,
You
you
know.
don't have to.
Not even just set an objective to let someone else move forward.
Exactly. Again, like what you say before, there's the term you have your portion. You want your 4 of your 5 things to go off, and don't think that was quite achieved
I'm gonna spend
on Nick's part there. Not for a lack of trying.
to give him D3 plus 1.
Does he want to do?
I think the only difference I could have seen happen is
Order.
that 2-man Terminator
Battle shock.
unit that I think went up.
But then if you
Could have
can't get there,
maybe just slogged it across towards that Great Unclean One and gave the Wardens a bit of help.
You spend 2 CP.
Yeah.
And then the Wardens could have maybe done a bit of finagling in their charge and go into the other Great Unclean One.
Yeah, because you're talking about depending on armament.
Nurgling?
You know, my assumption would be that they're more than likely spears, as opposed to axes. But with +1 to wound and reroll wounds,
oh, it's in order as well.
you know, that they'll start to add up.
You haven't.
Not yet.
No. Because he's underneath half, I've got to do a battle shock anyway, which would get wounds back. But if I put him above with the CP, then I won't get the battle shock. So now I can double up if I technically want to. But I could have failed the battle shock and not had either.
Yeah.
So there's a risk in both.
So it's gone for the double D3 heal, taking the battle shock test, and then taking the strat essentially.
So over there,
Yeah.
Yeah, that random heal on passing battle shocks is
so I think it's 8.
annoying when you're not just one-shotting Great Unclean Ones.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Good.
I've finally put them down to 3 wounds. Okay, right, cool. I didn't know what happened.
It's just gain 7. You're like, oh, okay.
I'm assuming not.
This is all the just...
I just get D3 models back. So he'll stay on 1 wound, won't he?
Yeah.
So what happens
These-
with Nurglings?
So basically, they do the battle shot test.
Yeah.
Any battle line get D3 models back rather
The
than
battle line?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Nurgling's a battle line.
Yeah.
So you get D3 Nurgling bases back.
Fuck off with a battle line. Fuck off. You haven't had bubble buff, mate.
Wouldn't it be on their wounds?
No.
Battle line is models.
They.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
The strat specifies that battle line is models. Yeah.
Probably a 7, isn't it? That's crazy.
Quite why now?
That's
Battle line.
insane.
I'm not Nurgling's a battle line. I'm not
They just never
really
die.
sure.
Fucking Nurglings, man. I hate them.
That's why they got nerfed in the Data Slayer. Because everyone was like, oh, yeah, I like it. Infiltrators.
6 or 7?
7.
7. Cool. Okay. So that chilling?
Well, how many wounds you got?
At that point, you're trying to screw over your own demon player teammate. It's just so you can take Nurglings in your chaos list.
So that was a battle shot, maybe potentially on those plague bearers that
What
you know, may then get
Recover
models
and
back.
storm.
Yeah, so the
Recover.
Plague Bearers battle line.
Might be wrong on that.
Battle shot test.
They failed the battle shot test.
Oh, they did fail.
Yeah.
So
Would
the,
they get D3 models back?
Yes.
Yes.
any.
Yeah. Exactly. It's one of those times where, you know, I mean, in a lot of the demon models, quite low leadership actually.
And other things get
So,
anything that's not battle line gets D3.
But as soon as you pass it, it starts to make a lot of difference once
Okay, so do I?
you stop losing units and you're just not killing stuff and it's slowly coming back and back. And it's very Nurgle.
Attacks.
yeah, and of course, you know, obviously the thing is the custodians have committed now.
No.
They've gone for their sort of big damage turn and they've done the damage, but it turns out that a lot of the damage they've done is immaterial because it's come back.
4 damage each.
But they've
And then
got
you
the
also-
returns themselves.
Rolls you die.
Yeah, and you've lost what, more than half of that Terminator unit as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it was a captain attached to it.
So the Terminator's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we know if the 1 damage was applied there and then was Gilded Champion used so he could do it again?
I don't know. No, I don't think Guild Champion was used.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Gilded, I think, is one of those strats in this game that you really want because I
Now,
don't think a Great Unclean One can actually kill
can you shoot into
a
combat?
Terminator
Yeah, so you can shoot.
when it's gone down to 1 damage because I think there's only 6 attacks maybe, unless it uses sweep, of course.
What's it?
But then if you use a sweep, I don't think there's any. Then he just rolls 2s and laughs anyway.
Yeah, they obviously come off.
Yep.
There's probably 8 or something on the
On the what?
Yeah. The other thing as well you've got is in Lions, one of your Terminator captains can have to get back up on a 2+.
I did use the strat.
So not only does he reduce damage to one phase of the game, he then spends 1 TP to do it a second time, and then when he does die, he comes back. Okay, yeah. I believe Lions should always take the axes on the Terminators.
They do again. They can fall back.
Shoot and charge.
It's access to that more damage 3 in your
not if
list.
they're in combat.
But I can see why people take spears.
Is it axes are only AP1, aren't they?
Anyway,
I think that's the
they
problem with
are,
them.
but I think, and that's the general issue with them. But for me, a lot of the time, what you're trying to hit, especially when you've got a full unit precision, it's going to have a 4+ invulnerable anyway. And having access to that damage 3 when there's elements of -1 damage about the game, I think is more helpful. You do lose an attack as well though, so that's another reason why there's a lot of people prefer the spears.
put a dice one.
Is it more strength?
Yeah, so I think the axe's strength 9 essentially.
Oh, okay.
So strength, I think it's 4, 9, 1, 3 as opposed to 5, 7, 2, 2.
Yeah, it goes well into light vehicles as well. Well, especially if they're rerolls.
Yeah, exactly. Vehicle, monster, character, keyword. It's fine. Yeah, okay. Do you want them to go into a Terminator squad and a 2+ saver armor contempt?
So
No, you
17
don't.
to the inside.
But that's why you've got other things in your list for that sort of stuff. There's no easy way to sort of really magnetize or change the weapons, unfortunately. I'm a 9th ed custodes player, so I've got axes on loads of things.
We had some misdeployment of the terrain there. Which...
Just realised I muted the terrain there. So
Would have made
just
I probably could have
adjusting
shot
that, people
earlier,
wondering
but it is what
was
it is.
But we've done it both ways. Like
Yep.
I could have shot you, and I could have also
Yep.
-1 toughness and stuff like that.
I believe that a lot of the WTC gaps are based around the widest point of an Imperial Knight base, because there wasn't many of these larger bases around at the time.
With
Yeah, I think these crates should be parallel basically with the board.
They should be
I might as well try. It's a wound.
I think it's
Unlinked?
again,
Nope.
that Nick's unit of sisters.
Oh, I got 3 little
Anti-psychic
guns.
sisters are down in that corner again, out of threat range really.
God, that rain. Hoo-wee.
Plenty
you
of
move
rain. It's
6
still
again?
storming over here.
do I need to leave them actually?
Are these crates meant to be parallel for board edge, or is it with the walls?
Sorry.
Are these crates meant to be parallel for board edge, or is it
They
with
are, yeah.
the
So the green crate,
terrain piece?
the green crate's still not quite in the right place either.
This one here.
Yeah.
So what's this one?
17. Oh, that would have changed a lot actually.
Yeah, so we start
It
to
is what
see
it
the
is.
pushback now from the
You wouldn't be able to see that at all, would
demons.
you?
No.
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
it
you would. There's a line on the other side of the crates.
Okay, that does look a lot closer than.
Is that the custodes? I feel
they're
more
consistent.
than
Yeah,
more than what the
fuck
out
it.
for
We'll
this
play,
now.
play it as is now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're about to get
In the weeds.
forced off the middle, basically, and at that point you've got
What's it?
you're hoping to hold your home for like maybe another turn,
Yeah, you can get.
and then you've got an expansion you can hold for maybe till the end of the game, but you're losing a lot of board space now.
Yeah, exactly, and that the left corner of the board is sealed up for the demons.
So how much can you go over? How much can you move?
That alone is 50
There.
primary. Obviously, Nick's secondaries haven't worked out.
I just don't feel
But-
like there's enough units in reserve.
Yeah,
Nick.
it'll be interesting
Yes,
to
yeah.
see.
He has got more units in reserve.
Yeah, there's one Caladius on that flank, could maybe be a hero.
Drax-
So unless he kills him, he
Drax's
can't
Prince
get-
is
Yeah.
still in
Yeah.
reserve.
So if
that's
he
quite a bit.
can't kill him, he can't get there.
Draxus and Prince are still in reserves. Okay, that's
Get the
pretty
whole-
useful.
Oh,
Yeah.
then no.
Yeah, a couple of good Dev Wound rolls on Draxus's weapons can put some hurt down here. On Draxus's weapons can put some hurt down here. I think a lot of people think it is, but there's a lot of planning your movements out and making sure that you're not sort of blocking yourself from your own army rules.
Yeah, there's like only so much you can squish into the center without just turning off your detachment rule as a custodes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and sometimes it doesn't matter, but in this version of the game where there's all these toughness 13 models working around, you really need that +1 wound.
Swarmed it as much as possible and then try and go for lethals with as many attacks. There's like another
again
side of the same coin.
The custodes don't really have hit rerolls anywhere, and that becomes your issue. Okay, a 5-man squad of custodes has got 25 attacks, but that equates to 4 lethals.
Yeah.
On average, which in reality you're probably better off taking the 4 sustain because you're going to be wounding these Great Unclean ones on 4s, potentially re-rolling, and that gives you a 75% conversion rate on hits to wounds.
Yeah, but you still score some wounds from the leftover hit, other than the one with +1 to wound.
I mean, it's probably a good thing because they don't have a load of free rolls built into them because I don't think they particularly need that.
What do you mean an army that hits on 2s shouldn't also get 4 rolls to hit to fish?
I mean, and Lions technically hits on 1s a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I've had a few games playing Lions where my friends going, I'm going to put -1 in, and I'm like, just don't bother. There's no point. I'm going to still hit on 2s.
Yeah, it's
you can take that CP back. It's
Recover
fine.
and storm.
Cover. So that's in my home, and
it does give you a lot of like
Deployment zone.
and do I?
like into Death Guard. It makes other matchups a lot more playable.
Yeah, exactly.
+1 to hit.
Yeah.
Storm that one.
It just In some ways, it's ignore modifiers, kind of a buff to them.
-1.
1+2+ is the same as a 2+.
Hey, it's like you've got half a Trajan's rule in your whole army now.
Yeah. I mean, I think custodes are okay rather than crit 5s. And that's actually really good against like Emperor's Children, where there's not particularly many invulns around. All of a sudden, you go chopping things, they're getting 6+ saves.
Yeah, that's when it's just like you start wiping out units, and there's no way to them to high roll it just to make a guy live, and it's like, oh, this is important now. Oh, that's annoying.
Then that's doing it.
Okay.
But yeah, crit 5s is great when you've got sustain 1 because it gives you 116.6% hit rate.
Well, we're ready.
And yet I still see like Custodes players get like less hits than they should.
Yeah. Well, you've been watching my games then.
So.
But my attitude is if I hit on 2s, I'm actually hitting on 3s. If I'm hitting on 3s, I'm hitting on 4s.
Yeah, it's a good attitude to have.
So they can't.
I think when people do the math hammer and you can give me a completely down the middle range of what should happen, that's fine. But you've got to put variance into it. I always think of like the average damage, and then I think of okay, what will I get with 25% damage?
That's
how does my game plan, how does my board state look if I actually get to that 25% point rather than that? And you get to see 75%, great.
Happy days.
See, it's a big commitment for you to send them all the way there to stop me.
There's no way.
Thought process. Okay, so what's
Yeah.
their toughness?
And
I made
more than half of it lives. You're like, oh, oh my god.
I made one of the Icelandic players in Coventry a few years back just have a
bring it down to
meltdown.
4.
I'd made 7 out of 8 5+ invulnerables on a 3-man squad, which is secured, and he didn't. And
5s normally anyway. So
I felt bad for him, but I felt good for
basically,
myself.
we've got strength
Yeah, at that point, when your opponent's rolling hot, you just kind of have to
7.
grit your teeth and smile through it
If I go to 4,
Yeah. I mean,
as much as you can. Keep a good headspace.
there'll be.
But you've got it. Yeah, exactly. You've then got to you know, and we are playing a dice game. There's variables.
Yes.
They will go for you and against you.
So I'd need 5.
I get my best dice rolls when I really don't need them.
Yeah.
If the strength exceeds the
I think
My
toughness,
first Warhammer tournament, I'm 7 years old.
So if they're
In
stronger
my
than
experience,
that,
the
it's 3.
dice
yep,
know
Go
when
for
you're
4.
getting
Yep.
beat and
If I
they
don't,
punish you for
it's
it.
5s.
yes.
So 3 is going to 4s.
Yeah. I love it when you let someone do something that they shouldn't have done and the dice just betray them and you're like, ah. Not only do I look good, but I didn't lose anything.
Toughness twice. I'm wounding on 3s.
Yep.
Going to 4s.
Okay.
So -1 toughness, -1 toughness.
Yep.
On them.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Currently got a really cool pixelated game at the
It's
moment.
in the fight phase of the clear, but probably this is what
+1
I'm probably
damage.
going to do. It's going to be +1 damage.
Yeah, the storm's still
The storm's hitting
battering
hard
us
now.
over here.
Yep.
So he will.
We just had a nice little downpour that's cooled us down a little bit. But,
I'll rapid.
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
So just gonna quiet down the audio because
It's really annoying when it's
at least Great British Summer.
yeah,
Yeah.
where it's sunny on the weekdays and then on the weekends it's like nah, rain.
Get wrecked Monday to Friday, people. I think there's definitely whoever controls the weather in like the service industry, you know. Just like lol. Here's to all my Tuesday people who are off.
You know there's a wall there, don't you, Nick?
I mean, they've got no friends to do anything with.
There's a walls. You've removed all the walls.
Yeah.
Okay, just like what is that? You
Draxus.
Draxus is there.
So
Okay.
shooting.
Yep.
Okay.
And get rid of it.
Oh, is this Traxxas and Co.
Yeah.
coming into play?
Keep forgetting that Draxus can actually deep strike.
It's all 1 damage, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, is that or was it a deep strike or a Strugy that was there for?
It looks.
Or
I mean, it could be either.
Keep
Yeah.
Up to you. I keep them as that.
It's up to you.
I know that you know, for example, in the
Average.
Grey Knights in the Imperial Agents, if an Inquisitor attacks, they get deep strike, so that clears up the do you get deep strike if you don't innately have it kind of intention.
Okay, that's good.
I
I love it when you can make them themed armies with like Grey Knights and Inquisitors just tagging along, doing bro things.
You know, the thing here for me is the real value out of Draxus and the Custodian squad is double firing with rerolls to wound on an objective, and that's not an option currently. But you really turn the power down of that unit, I think.
So the Flamers.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
captain down to
that
3 wounds
objective.
there.
I don't know where he would have gone.
Could swing that combat in his favour. Right, I'll just 6 captain down to 3. And what's like overhearing the players
Which
there?
flamers were these? These
Rottagus's
sisters?
Flamus hit the captain, took him down to 3.
Yeah.
And I think I heard Matt saying earlier, you've reduced the toughness of those guys down to 4
Yeah.
because of the double buff.
Go well. It means that rather than wounding on 5s, I'm wounding on 3s, but his ability takes me to 4.
Yeah.
It's +1 to wound, basically,
Okay.
overall. So, if I kill that...
I didn't realise you could stack with Great and Clean one buff.
2.
This one.
3. This one here?
Yeah.
3.
So I'm not killing... And you've got to kill that one first anyway, because that one's got the wound, so...
I don't know what the range is.
I mean, the thing is as well, I don't know if Nick's played this
Nope.
against this army before, but again, it'll be a learning experience potentially
He hasn't got a flail, so...
to see, like we said before, again about the practical applications of an army rule.
Wounding on 4.
Yeah. It's just all about pre-planning your phases just a turn or 2 ahead.
But yeah, like, well...
Yeah.
You want?
Yeah, almost for me. If I was the Custodes player, I you know, like I said, I'd be playing, you know, sit on 2 and try and use those Terminator squads, use any kind of redeploy I've got to just bounce around from the secondaries. You know, maybe use my CP to redraw cards I don't like.
A 0 for the.
Okay, right, yeah, fine.
3 attack.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Hitting on
Maybe redraw cards if that's the case, but no, it makes sense.
One
It's
second,
been
one
flipped to
second.
6 represent nothing.
Hey, I've been on 6 CP before.
Yeah,
You know, you got to save it for that go turn.
Oh, listen, the glory days of 8th edition, where you could spend a CP because you had Imperial Guard and a Blood Angels attachment,
I had one left.
get a CP more than you had.
D6 inches?
So I lost the game against Mike Porter, but I took the moral victory because I started with 21 CP and ended the game with 29 after spending 15.
So next on what's Nick done here? Is that reactive? Is it?
So if I'm shot, I can move D6 inches.
I thought you had 1, 2, 3, shit.
Okay, so he's been able to
This
go
will
on to objectives.
probably be
Quite
the
cool.
custodes reactive when you shot. It's a D6 roll.
Spent it.
Yeah. You got the big 6.
No, I had 2
And,
to
you know.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it also makes it so that Great Unclean One in the corner by the tank won't.
Yeah, he's taking himself out.
That's a good use of CP actually. Keeps trying to keep a unit alive.
There's the 6. There's the 6 as well. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, again, now I think when Matt replays this game, he's seen the practical applications of what can happen if you shoot. I don't think shooting was a bad idea there by any stretch. But, you know, it does. These little plays can swing the game. The difficulty with the custodes or a custodes player playing lines is it is a D6 roll, you know, and sometimes you spend that CP for a 1-inch move, which
I
doesn't
would
feel
say
good.
if you were
Yeah,
planning,
there is a world of difference between a 6-inch reactive move and a 1-inch reactive move.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
TO,
I would
cool.
say if you were planning
I mean,
on doing the
sometimes
reactive
you can
move, though,
set it.
you wouldn't have taken off that one closest to that objective. Because one died from shooting.
Yes.
I had to, it was damaged already.
Oh, is he damaged already? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
It depends where the wound was initially applied, right? You know, it might not have been an option.
It
Josh?
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
Josh?
What's the problem?
We have a line of sight
Well,
question.
what did you move so they can get out of line
No,
of sight?
because they'd be within.
That's more than an inch. What's your intention to get out? What was your intention?
Well, my intention was to get out of line of sight, but I can move
There is an inch rule
back.
here. Guys, this makes life easier. That's 1, a 3, and a 2-inch rule.
Put it in the building properly.
But just if I just come
But
back
obviously,
here.
yeah.
I've got an inch marker here.
Whatever you want to decide, gents.
Yeah.
Just to make it a bit harder as well, the Great Unclean One might be able to see through the top of a building, through a window.
No, that's a large L.
Or are these all blocked off?
Does it go all the way to the end?
Hey.
That's
Yeah, large L's are solid, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
aren't
they are
they?
solid. There's
It
no
doesn't-
windows here.
But that bit there.
Ah, right, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's no windows on Fenris.
Okay.
You leave my wolves alone.
So it's line of sight on this little smidge here.
I'm sorry, guys.
Get line
There
of
was a
sight.
question. Yeah, you can't see through the train.
Yeah, because he's in the train.
Oh, yes. Yes, you can. Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
Carry on.
Carry on. Sorry, guys.
You can't do that again now,
do
can
a
you?
rules question.
No.
There's
So,
no way of getting
I'll
out of that line of sight and being on the objective.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Mhm.
So I'll shoot with him.
Yes, go for it.
Okay, yeah.
How far are they from him?
I mean, it still gives Nick at least maybe some primary,
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
little bit of
And,
hope at it.
6.
Okay. So
you know, there's
Woo.
because you know what you're going to do, charge some Nurgling bases into that squad, and then they die, and then you've still got your 3-inch if you're not on the objective.
Yeah. Then
You know, and then you're also potentially putting the option in for that Demon Prince to fail that charge because it's a couple of inches further away than it was. You know,
absolutely.
you know, you will roll double ones, you will roll 3s and 4s sometimes, even with a re-roll. It just happens. At least
Yes.
you're giving yourself the option.
AP.
AP.
You just
Minus.
you just grab them straws now and you clutch them. And just hope-
Yeah, exactly. You know, you can't.
2 damage.
You're down. You've got to start playing out of your. You know, you've really got to turn your game on.
He's got a flamer as well.
I think that's where I play the best, where I cockily got into a game and then just messed it all up, and then I'm
3
the best Warhammer ever have to get a 1-point win.
those are the
Oh,
best.
damn.
Those are the
Why
best
did I
kind
just
of
do it at
games.
the start?
Yeah, you should just
I mean,
AP.
switch that on initially.
Okay.
Yeah. It's easy to say though, isn't it? But unless your back's up against the wall, sometimes your brain's not
Oh
firing
no,
on
of
all
course.
cylinders.
Yeah.
I definitely
You
perform
know, it's
better
one of
under
my
pressure.
it's one of my most hated questions. Yeah, when the coach comes around in turn 1 and says, what's your prediction? I'm like, what do you mean, what's my prediction? I played 1 round, shut up. Like,
I fucked it.
like,
I fucked deployment.
yeah.
yeah, you just go. I scored no secondaries. It's a 0.
I remember the first WTC I attended. I was playing nights, and my games were over quickly. And I played this one game, and I got a 19, and my prediction was like a 12. And I was like, I got a 19, lads. I was like, so, you know, you can tell all the other guys, like, you know, there's a bit of pressure off there. And the response from the coach was, "Nah, Adam says he's fucked it. Brett says he's fucked it. Nick says he's fucked it." And I was like, oh, for crying out loud. Kev says he's doing all right.
That was me last year.
Oh.
Sweating my tits off for that
Josh,
fucking big win. They're like, don't worry, Josh.
You got no CP now, have you?
Nope.
So the beast will charge.
Yeah, you were
It's already over.
You were an absolute hero last year.
Don't know why I rolled the bomb. Yeah, beast.
Just, yeah, it was good to.
Yep.
It's good to have a pushing player. You know, and defensive players are fine. Like actually in WTC, you only really want 2 or 3 pushing players. But it was nice. It was nice to sort of have. Because I felt like a real letdown at the end of that, but I shouldn't have taken Grey Knights.
6.
You did fantastic.
You know, I met predictions, but actually, if I'd have taken, say, that double, you know, the double monolith with Silent King, I could have done what the Grey Knights were doing, but got big scores.
So guys, we've got to speed up the rate of
But
play
that's
here.
the benefit.
Yep.
I'd say we're at nearly 10 o'clock, so we're only around 3.
Right. Yeah, so no CP, so it doesn't matter. I will do there.
Yep.
We've stopped and started quite a few.
Yeah, I mean, again, that we're at the point in the game now where it's going to start really tilting towards the demons. I mean, it already has.
Yeah.
And the gameplay will speed up now.
One goes through.
Yeah, next turns will go be very fast. These are like 2 units maybe to use.
Yeah,
actively.
exactly. And I think one of my big tips if you're starting out in sort of the competitive scene is that you actually really need to do your time management early on, not later on. You know, because you get to the end of the game, you've got 3 units that can't interact with the rest of the board. How long does that turn take? Move here. You know, do a established locus, stand on that objective. I've got 15 points. It's really
Strength 10.
making sure you get to that turn 4.
Like I usually on my first turn or my last turn are usually my shortest amount of times used.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And also it gives you just extra time to use in like the biggest part of the game as well.
You know, and again, even if you're playing, you know, more casual game, potentially put a clock on, you know, or a stopwatch on your phone and just sort of see what your time is. You can always pause it if you're having a chat and a laugh, and just sort of see, because you see the players sort of like transitioning into competitive play. You know, it's they're arguing at 10-3 over who would have won the game, and
So
it's like, well,
what just happened there?
there's so many ifs, buts, and whats.
Holy shit! The Great and Clean one killed that.
Oh wow! Wow!
Because it's got that enhancement.
Wow. It's because it's AP3. Because the enhancement.
Yeah, and again, now you're going to see the home objective.
3 of them are.
Yeah, I think he had defend as well ongoing, which is sad.
Yeah, I believe, although I haven't seen it in the new deck, you can discard at the end of your opponent's turn, but I haven't actually seen that right anywhere, so maybe that's just a wish listy thing.
Nick's still got the objective because he's got that line on there.
It'll be hitting on 2s.
Well, look how far that Great and Clean one went.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it basically went from
2 OC there.
Minus 1 to that.
But that's still 3 OC here.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3
Plus
Plus
1.
1, that's 4. Yep. So sustained.
I'm
So
talking
what
about his
OC
home
is
objective.
currently?
Not for long.
Yeah. What is on that home objective?
Sorry,
So
what was
that is
that, Ash?
5.
What is on that home objective for
There's
Nick?
some battle line there. I don't know what it is. It's
Sisters.
Sisters, yeah.
Not battle line, but they are.
Okay. Oh, so there'll be
Oh.
yeah, what are they? Vigilators,
He's failed 3 on
He's
the.
got-
prosecutors.
He's got to make 2 feel no pains here. The captain on Rotagus
How many
to live.
is it?
12 damage.
Out of 12 damage. Holy shit! Rotagus is gonna die here.
You need to make 2 feel no pains.
Oh, come on.
He makes 2 feel no pains.
He makes 2 feel no pains
no!
and lives on 1.
Wow. Oh,
The heel came
get
clutch.
out of here. Get out of here.
That was clutch.
Just
Reducing damage to 1.
pouring salt on the wound there. Oh.
The once per game ability. I'm doing it again.
Hey, what? You doing it again?
Yeah,
That's sad. When you just want some luck to go your way.
Yeah, you know, you're already climbing uphill.
Yeah.
You know?
And now you're getting beaten down, mate.
Yeah,
It's like,
someone's putting bricks in your backpack.
Fucking wound. Are you kidding me? This happens to me all the time.
Well, you're still gonna get 15 primary next turn, potentially, if you pass the battle shock on your home.
I don't need a battle shock. Oh, he's going to force
You
it.
can force
isn't
it.
he?
Yeah.
But yeah, that Great Unclean One went from that expansion objective all the way to Nick's home
Yeah.
in,
What's it say?
with what, a 7-inch move and a
Yeah.
charge?
No, it's.
Yeah,
I think.
and this
I think
is
he
the-
double moved it. The one at the top. That's how it got over there.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the key, I think, where where custodes can struggle is you don't have necessarily that throwaway unit to just do that move block.
I failed the charges on the room.
Yeah.
You know, your throwaway units either guarding your home objective or has already died at this point. You know, there's custodies are not easy to play.
Rotagus
Yeah,
is doing the
T7.
sweep, so the captain could
So-
die here. To be fair, and then he
But
flips
you
that
would need to
objective back.
fail
A lot.
3-ups.
Carry on.
Is the captain activating as 1 damage?
Is
Stuff.
he does he get capped? This guy.
So what I would just
Practice.
say as well, Josh, before the players do it, is that
Would be. It's -1 to hit.
make sure that Great and Clean One doesn't pile into the objective because there would be a wall there.
Oh yeah, there's a wall there.
Hit on
fair
2s.
enough.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, so you can't flip it.
Yeah, I mean, I
anyway.
don't think that matters because I don't know what the OC the beast is. So is the beast OC 1 or 2?
But then there's 3 OC on from the custodians at the top there.
Okay, and if that is that a Vexilla Custodes there,
Yeah,
is it?
It is, yeah.
9. 9? Bloody hell.
Yeah, okay, so there's 3 there anyway.
3.
Obviously, if the beasts haven't charged, which by the looks of things they haven't, they're not going to be able to make any kind of pile-in
Yes,
move.
Cap.
Have you not just used?
No.
And that you know,
It's not a free strat. It's
that's going to be big if Nick can get that 15
Yeah.
there.
I used the strat.
In terms of keeping the score in, especially from a WTC format
It is once
closer.
per game abilities.
It's
we
once
used to
Ah,
one.
and it's
Yeah,
Okay.
in the
So
last
there's a
one.
strat that can do it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and then obviously pay
Rules
Gilded
questions.
Champion. Yeah,
Turn.
Gilded Champion's really good.
Captain lives on a
really
wound.
You
good.
get storm.
So you did get stormed.
You're gonna keep recover. You're gonna keep recover.
Storm for 3.
Recovering. Yeah, all 6. 6 everywhere. On him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Once
your
per
CP.
game.
Yeah. No.
Once per phase.
Oh,
sorry.
per
Once
phase.
round. On him.
So on a 7. Nope, fails.
Yeah.
D3 mortals.
Yep.
Kills him. D3 mortals when he fails as well.
oh,
So he scores 10.
Don't know. No, he's got to take the.
as a modifier.
He's got 1 on his home. He's
No,
got
that's, no, you fought.
it'll be at a minus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can
So-
spend a CP to.
No.
Is the Priest of Nurgle 3 OC?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so we're both
Yeah.
the same.
That's
yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay.
why
Yeah,
I did
score
it.
10.
10.
Yeah,
That's why I
clever.
did it.
That's smart.
Whoa, that's close.
10 points. I do get defend,
Scored defend from last turn.
and my missions are.
Oh, but if I would have, I should have done it then because if I didn't, yeah, I didn't know you had defender in mind.
It's worth more to you to take them off.
Is
That
it?
one.
Yeah.
But you'd have been off that.
Because I could have, if I passed it, I
Yeah,
could have
true.
fallback shoot charge, and I would have killed you.
Yeah.
So random. I have behind. Oh, she's in the sky, of course.
Behind.
enemy lines and extend my battle lines.
Nice. Oh, that's a big score of this turn, potentially.
So
Behind and extend.
yeah, so I will extend. That's fine. So the question is,
You got behind.
yeah, if they stay there.
Is it turn 4 now? 3.
3.
Bottom of 3.
Turn 4 is your next turn. Speed up play a bit. There's not many playing custodians left on the table, to be fair.
No, we're going to go pretty quick from here. So, just there.
I just want to see this sister squad be used
Yeah, they're out
to
of the
a
game,
full
really.
effectiveness.
If I think if those systems come out earlier,
it
this
was a
game would be.
misplay, definitely.
I keep forgetting that there. I forgot about them.
You know, the thing is as well with that sister squad is with that Knight Centura, they do move 8.
1.
So potentially they should have been where the tape measure currently is behind that as that counter charge threat. That would have given some of those great and clean ones a little bit more to think about.
Yeah, they came out to.
And I'm guessing as well that there's maybe psychic attacks on the range weapons. No, they're not.
I got 2 kg with these guys. Yeeted themselves.
Anti-psychic and dev on melee though.
That was my plan.
Yeah.
And
That's a tool you don't really want to lose if you don't
I
have
should
to.
have listened to
Yeah.
Josh T. Motherfucker.
Always listen to Josh T.
Always listen to Josh T.
He's blaming you, Josh, for being. He said, "Oh, I was trying to being cagey because I had Josh B sitting in my head saying."
And he always tells
Be
me
more
that I'm
defensive.
too aggressive.
Hey, I said be more defensive, not stupid.
And he said he should have been more like Josh T. And I was like, well, maybe, but you'd have had nothing left.
Are we going to
It
shoot
just
phase?
charged everything.
What? Yeah,
Oh, and then no, I need the assassin to come back down somewhere.
behind.
Where did I put her?
Nothing wrong with golden
Yeah,
orcs.
she's just gonna.
You can come here.
Well, no, I got a little behind, so what I
You
might
can
do
come here.
is
Hey, if orcs can steal power armor, why can't they steal custodian armor?
then you. No, before that happens, I'm just gonna move up a bit, and then she's gonna come down here.
Purpose.
Sorry,
Purpose.
to stop you from being able to overwatch.
I can overwatch with that one.
When I charge, yes.
I can overwatch now.
Oh,
if you
or
move.
now, yeah. It's up to you.
Because
Is it within 9?
Overwatch here.
Or 12.
12.
Okay. No, I'm gonna keep my seat.
Yeah, that is something. I don't know what the save is on these sisters, but that can be quite devastating to them.
Yeah, they're 3 ups.
Just wondering what's behind here.
They're in
Okay,
power
so
armor.
some pounds
Yeah.
in there.
He's going to shoot into him.
Okay, I'm gonna.
But again, they're only 1 wound.
Okay. So we've got 4 shots.
You really want to be hit by like psychic shooting attacks if you can, because you just laughing.
-1.
3 ups.
And toughness.
They actually might be psychic.
12. 4s. Twin linked. Just the 1.
Fine.
Cool. Incidental shots.
What's going on?
4.
I don't understand what's going on in that deployment zone.
Nothing.
It's really funny, like watching Josh's like exasperation sometimes when he's watching people play games. What is this person doing? I want to tell him.
Like it's so
I
hard.
can't.
I
-1
shouldn't
to
be
hit.
sitting in the same
Okay.
room.
+1 to hit. So hitting on 2.
Whoa!
Oh.
Especially drinking alcohol, makes your lips a bit looser.
So that's 3.
The Glasshammer stream years back, and Dan was about to beat Manny, which didn't happen on streams. And Manny was absolutely knackered, and obviously they were running the stream, and I was like, "Oh man, if you just like move up here, advance that, you win." And he's like, "Thanks, Ash."
Oh.
Dan's fuming.
Draxus.
Poor Dan. Like, hoping to finally get a win.
No sustained.
Finally gets, he's looking like he's getting his stream when he's happy.
2 damage.
And then I came in and just shit all over his chips.
So target prioritization here is so important because there's so few
And then
pieces
this
on the
is
table for custodians.
6s.
I'm wondering what's happening here.
2 dev wounds.
So 2 dev wounds into the Great Clean
Oh, you
one
need to
there.
do.
Yeah.
let me do
From Draxus.
Draxus and friends.
Okay.
Okay.
that. So there. I need to do dev wounds for the other one. Yeah. So
Yeah, he's at the moment now where he has to make every little move and every unit count as much as possible.
Yeah, there's no error for underperforming now.
And 5s 4.
Are we going to see a sort of split charge here or something?
I hope not.
I think he's just going to try and take the home and see if he can hold it.
Draxus.
Score primary that way. So it's quite hard for the Great Unclean Ones to reposition and get behind walls over there.
Yeah. I mean, again, I know we're hammering the point, but definitely the big sisters block there. I mean, what are we on 10-3, and now they still might not get a charge.
Yeah, not having access to advance and charge
Just did
does
how many wounds?
hurt them quite a bit.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah, I think that the two
Draxus-
ruins above it would have been a far better, safer spot for a counter charge threat.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Models. That does a lot.
Yeah, it's so Draxus and friends only did 12 wins to the Great Unclean One, which is probably a bit disappointing.
And I rolled quite badly, I would say, as well.
Yeah,
Which
roll
is an
bad.
overperformance, really.
I rolled my
Yeah,
save
I
badly.
suppose.
Was that with the double shoot?
Yeah,
Sloppity.
the double shoot and the death.
Yeah, I mean, and again, imagine they were on the objective with the reroll wounds. Well, that could have been.
Yeah.
T6.
Yeah.
So might just even pick it up.
No, 1.
Yeah,
a
potentially.
bit of luck.
There's worlds where that happens. Yeah, you don't. I mean, I killed Mortarion with bolters the other week.
We've got the.
Which is just hilarious, you know. And my opponent was like,
It's also embarrassing for him.
yeah, he's like, and I was like, yeah, like it's better than you think.
Going.
You just think, oh, bolt guns that are damage 2, but they're not. They're AP1 damage 2 with +1 to wound, and they're shooting twice.
True.
So.
Makes it an actual real shooting unit at that point, which you just start stacking so much buffs on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So
you know, and that's before they took the 8d6 mortal wound flamers from the Inquisitors.
And then. I am within 6, so I'm winning on 6s.
So with what would a regular Lions of an Emperor list look like, Glenn?
For me, there would be a. You're talking Draxus and an Inquisitor as your allies is off the bat, or potentially even double Inquisitor and just leave Draxus at home, and then you want at least 3 Custodian Guard squads, maybe 4.
So Ragas died there to the shooting from the Terminators, but I felt like he's probably going to die anyway to the charge from the Terminators. At the bottom there.
Yeah.
So.
It allows the Terminators to
We have.
branch off a bit.
Yeah, it does.
So,
Yeah.
We've got.
Yeah, I'd probably go down 3 odd Custodian Guard squads. I still think you want a Blade Champion with the Blade, you know, the Warden squad in there, because it gives you that forward
4.
threat and push.
Maybe.
They're quite formulaic, the Custodies list for the most part. There's still been a bit of Lions, people sort of working out what they want.
He's re-rolling the charge from the Terminators into the
On an 8.
into the
They're in.
this Nurgle. I wouldn't have done that. I'd have saved that for someone else. But he's done it now.
Next, we have these into him.
I mean,
I would have saved that for the home objective charge.
It's just trying to load up. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
See if that hurts. I mean, I don't know what that range is, but
or you know, you just be a good player and make all your charges.
yeah, exactly.
Just roll
Just roll 6s, bro. It's fine.
And then we got them.
What, I'm coming out of deep strike? Yeah, I'll just charge. I've made it.
Lose if you always roll
I
6
can't
for in
watch
buns
this.
and.
What's the charge?
4 onto the home.
Yeah, what's the charge distance?
4. 7.
That was flirting with a fail then.
Right, you can't interrupt something.
That dice was tempted to fuck him over.
It was. Fuck me. Yeah, I'd have made that
So-
charge first.
I should have done that. Well, shut up.
Nick.
Alright, so we're gonna
Fuck
start.
me. I'm gonna have a heart attack in here.
Did I have enough to?
Sort of 1 coming up then.
We're gonna start over.
But yeah, we look at this board state now. It does look.
It's
It's not looking as bad as it could have done.
Matt might have like overextended a bit, just a
Yeah.
little bit, without other Great Unclean One.
Battleship there.
They're
Yeah, if
very
that was
far apart,
fucking-
and they're not supporting
Yeah.
each other as well.
-1.
That was backing up the middle, you know. I mean, obviously the intention there is he'll poke around the corner, flame the sisters,
3 mortal wounds.
get a charge if he needs to. He's locked down another objective.
So.
But there'll be some interesting results here in terms of charges. Did that sisters unit advance, by the way? Do we know?
No, I think it was looking to charge.
Starting on the home objective.
No, I think it advanced.
Sustained.
Charge, but then they're the plays you've got to make sometimes, right?
1, 2, 3.
I think what this does is mainly just bring the score closer together.
Yeah. You know, and if we and again, like you're saying, for this league match where your final position is going to be based on score, you keep playing, you keep scoring, and if you're playing in a team event, you've got to keep playing, you've got to keep scoring. I think playing in that format makes you a better player because you're constantly thinking about how do I maximise scoring. Am I going to lose? But there's no point me just throwing the game and walking away because it doesn't teach me how to maximise anything.
Well, that's one of the things, you know, across Wales with WNC and with this league, you know, the scoring here is WTC to encourage you to claw back those points.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
You know, we're trying to build that grassroots up, which I think we've
So next.
I mean the Welsh community has really sort of blossomed and come together. I mean the Welsh community was always there, but in terms of building links and integrating it as a community, I think we've seen a lot of improvements recently. You know, haven't we?
Is that with T2?
Especially from my end, you know, it's great to see all these clubs that maybe we didn't get a chance to interact with and know that there's players all across the length and breadth. There's been some really good, you know, sort of co-production between groups. Ooh, I thought I was going to say 666 then.
I think
So he does nothing.
one of the things I actually really one of the hidden benefits of the NWCC for me was when I was going to tournaments, was just seeing friendly faces that I knew from just being in other Wales clubs and I've had played against before.
And this is.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
T10.
T10.
this game is nothing without a social aspect and without the community. It would die in its arse if we didn't make those connections and stuff, and anything that promotes that's just great.
2 damage.
You know, we're playing this game because it's a tactile game. It's against another person. Well, not even against. It's with another person. You know, you can have a challenging game whereby you're trying to win, and it still has to be or should be a collaborative effort. You know. And the tournament scene as a whole has made massive improvements from when I sort of got really stuck into it in like 2017. Some of the gameplay experiences, and now it's like, oh, dude, just move it. I don't care. You know, people don't want to win because their opponents forgot to move a model and shot a bolt gun.
Yeah, and like that's the thing I found. I was, you know, when I first got into it, I heard some stuff, but just playing against people in tournaments is very easy. Of just going, oh, I just forgot this. Oh, I meant to do this in my movement. I know I've shot one unit, but can I do that now?
You know, and that sets the tone for the game, doesn't it? I'm going to forget things. You're going to forget things. Let's just look over the bits and make it work. You know.
6 minus 1.
Josh always tells me off for coaching my opponent.
When did I do the minus thing?
Yeah, he does that to a few of our club members as well.
Well, it's fine. Well, you know, the league
Last
play is
turn,
fine.
and you
'cause
got a
at the end of the day,
turn
we're
to
trying to
decide.
build up the skill, and
So they
coaching
still
your
have it,
opponent
don't
helps you
It'll
get
be until my next
a challenging
phase
game.
that.
Oh, okay.
But you know, when you're
Yeah,
going
exactly.
onto an
Yeah.
international standard, you're playing
So
against-
2s,
on a
2
competitive,
to 3s.
especially in teams. And you know, we need all the points you can get. And if you're coaching people and you're losing points for your team,
AP2.
I mean, there's being a good sportsman, but then there's also
Yeah.
2 go.
teaching people how to beat you is not necessarily a good idea.
If you just move this model here, I lose shit. I've done it again.
Well, it was more like Ash assumes that people have the same level of knowledge as he
Going
does.
into.
So he's like
Your
playing the
turn,
games.
you
Oh,
do get recover.
I'll do that, but you're just going to do this. Oh, I'll do that, but you're just going to do that. And I'm like, I
you have this
didn't
one.
even think of that.
I didn't think that was an option, and I'm like, shit.
I will.
If you just move here, throw grenades, use that ability, do that, and then pop a 4-inch charge there,
I'll lose this whole flank. Oh god.
And I learned a lot from playing
I'm back to you, innit?
Ash and his practices. So he's
No.
like, oh, if I do
Yeah.
this, you're going to do that. I was like,
Well,
I
no,
didn't think
I'd
I was
thought-
gonna do that.
15, 15.
You know, I was never going to do
It's
that.
interesting, isn't it? Because, like, I mean, maybe it's because I'm not saying it me, but you know, I think it's the case for a lot of people where, you know, you're running through permutations in your head, and you just think it's obvious because you've thought about it, but actually, if your opponent hasn't,
Oh, sorry.
you know.
End of turn score. What's happening?
So we're in turn 4 now.
Okay. Have you? Sorry, did you score up the end of your turn?
Yes.
Sorry, just let me catch up, guys. We're having a chat about the good old days.
Yeah, sorry.
Behind, you got three on behind, and extending got a big 5 there, so that's great.
So I'll have that.
Defender
I'll have
already
that.
scored
So
up.
what do I need now? How
So
many
at
do I
the
need
top
to
of that
score
round,
max?
it's very
10.
close.
10. Okay, so I'm gonna get that from them two.
But it looks
okay.
like Matt's gonna have the 15 on primary.
No,
10.
10. Okay, but you only need to get another 10. So there we go.
You do it for me.
You didn't score recover last turn, so I'm just gonna put the 10
recovered.
in.
Recovered.
He's only 10 away from maxing primary anyway.
Scored
The
recover.
secondary, what did you get?
Squad recover from last turn.
You did get recover.
Yeah, and
For 3 points.
Can you draw my two?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
behind and no press.
Behind and no prisoner.
Actually, why is that not? Have I scored that right? Oh, it's because I put the 10 in.
I have
So-
63-44 currently.
With battle points, yeah. 63.
Yes.
How have you got 63? Oh, Storm's 4. That's why, because I'm an idiot. It's 53, and then there's spells. And what secondaries did you get, Matt?
Behind and
No press.
no prisoner.
Behind. Oh, wow. He's finally going to get some secondary here. Okay, we're up to date. So let's see what we can get here. It's going to be a big scoring from that.
Because I don't need it, so I can do the battle.
We got no prisoners and
Behind.
I need to score.
yeah, an easy behind. That's fair. Nick can score an easy behind as well. Or did? Oh,
He did.
I think he
That's last
did.
turn, yeah. But only with one unit.
They
I
can't-
think
they
the
need
Collegians
a
came back
double
down
roll
over
in.
the other side of there.
Overwatch.
No.
I think you may regret putting the Gladius down there.
Where is the Cladius?
It's behind the
Is
crates.
this the Calidus, you mean?
Don't
The
shoot me.
Calidus, sorry. The Calidus
Don't shoot me.
assassin.
Why?
Because I'll just move.
Yeah, because he could have got
With
5
the
on
Imperial
behind.
naming conventions.
No, it's 4 points. It's only an extra
Oh, it's
point.
only 4.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
only
yeah,
one
shit.
more point.
What am I talking about? That was 9th edition. Is there such thing as being playing this game too long?
Yes.
Yeah, there probably is. Yeah.
It's when you're 70 years old and
But
you barely move your models
wonder-
anymore.
Yeah, I do wonder where my cut-off is as a
But you passed.
soon-to-be 38-year-old
so
man with a child. You know, but I don't actually know what I'd do if I didn't play Warhammer. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I've sacrificed so
Wait.
much.
Overwatch.
I've sacrificed everything for you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get
You know.
away and die.
Definitely wouldn't be friends with Josh if it wasn't for Warhammer.
Yeah, I'll try and spike.
And I don't mean that in a nice way.
I'll get spike. Right. So this is the regular guys.
It's all
2
negative.
hits.
So I've met a lot of my friends through Warhammer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Same.
Rolling.
I mean, the pub days are long gone for me. I can't do the 7-week hangover anymore after the smell of alcohol.
And then
So yeah, I don't know. I'm not going clubbing.
Gone soft is what I hear.
Well, and to be honest with you, like, do I want to take up marathon running and be one of those guys that doing the park run at the weekend?
so it is
Sorry if you exercise, but you're in the
Jesus,
wrong
was that an
community.
Overwatch?
Yeah.
7, 8.
Sorry. Overwatch here.
This is Draxa. She has sustained 2
She
as
has
well.
sustained 2. Look, she just rolled 4 6s on the Overwatch.
Oh,
Winning on 5s, re-rolling.
oh.
Winning on 5.
She's on an
re-rolling.
objective.
Oh.
What the
Let's see
actual-
what happens here. She wouldn't possibly have
Alright.
+1 to wound by any chance with those Overwatches either, would she?
2.
You rolled, man.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, but you did roll 4 6s.
3 go through.
3
Oh.
So not dead.
Well, I've still got another gun.
Oh.
Ah,
I mean, once this Great Unclean One falls
How many
near the
wounds has it
home,
got down,
it's
Dan?
kind of free real estate.
down to 3. Last gun.
It's down to 3 wounds now.
Wow.
Now, do you charge that Great Unclean One now?
Yeah, that's a real dicey charge.
What with your 6 strikes against a 4+ invuln and a -1 to hit from a Qatar?
So you got them too.
Well, he's already at -1
Can
because
you do
he's
-1
bracketed.
anymore?
So.
Can they fall back and...
Yeah, for a second.
Okay, yeah, so immaterial.
It's like, hey guys, I'm so wounded, I can't even hit, so your -1 to hit doesn't even matter anymore. Yeah.
It'd be a
Because if you'll
huge-
interrupt,
Yeah. I do. It does annoy me
They're
sometimes.
gonna
the -1
move.
stacking thing, not really.
there's no point in them moving.
happening.
No, you just stay there.
Oh,
It would be too powerful, though.
Eldar flyers, Josh.
They might as well move back.
9th Ed. Did you ever play Tony Chu with bloody 9 Eldar flyers?
Missions of it. Well,
You just like smashed about 18 events in a row. Just laughed at people.
What, as I cried on the floor?
I was an Eldar player, so I do like.
So,
stacking
sorry, you're
next to
telling
them.
me I can only hit on a 7+, and I've got a D6. Right, cool. Yeah, this is important.
There. So just if you go towards there, then you can...
I'm glad flyers don't exist anymore.
Well, they do.
Valkyries. My Valkyries and my Abnet flyers are just sat there in a box under the bed, just
They have to move 6.
seeping oil, crying.
Not getting into them.
I'm glad I never bought the 6.
But I can go onto there to cleanse it.
I had some restraint, like what Robbo told me.
But
He's, oh, just get 6, bro, it's amazing. You just smash everyone.
I have, what was it, 3 of them
Okay.
Space Wolf, big
Bloody
box
Arthur.
flyers, yeah,
Yes.
which are now legend. Like,
Oh no way!
Yeah.
I'm not sad about that.
Yeah.
No,
Josh
yeah,
is.
well, I mean, I know. Yeah.
I
but-
actually don't care that much. I'm just sad that they're kind of like useless now.
toughness.
3.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think I've got like 7 basilisks. And
April
you,
minus
can only run,
1 dice.
you can only run 3, so you know. I mean, the Rucker Truck Squig Buggy thing was just like
Yep.
the worst thing I've ever seen in terms of a rule. Like, you can't let people buy 18 models and then say, actually, you can use 6.
No.
No.
So
In fact, their initial balanced slate, they just, you can only pick, like, what, yeah, you could run 6, so 2 sets of 3 different units, but if you took a single model, you couldn't take another one. You
Yeah.
either took them as a unit or just didn't, and it was like, people have bought these models.
to be on the objective because
Like,
otherwise
that's not cool, just point them so that at least they can still use the
there's
models.
scope to get there.
Yeah, in making the collection invalid is like the biggest gripe and injustice, I think, in the
Yeah.
modelling.
Especially so soon after, well, you know, so soon after release, it's just like, no, stop selling people models, and
Okay, so the
you know, then they can't use them.
Great Unclean One at the top has at least taken that objective, killing the sisters there is kind of guaranteed one way or the other. But the Demon Prince shooting into the
Minus
last custodian. Is that just a normal custodian there? Is that a captain in the middle?
It is the Blade Wizard.
He's the Blade Guard guy. Right?
No, Blade Champion.
Blade Champion, right, got you.
Oh, yeah, sorry. They'd be
Oh, has he got back up yet from
No.
death, or
No,
does
but
he
he's got
still
this.
need to?
into the movement. They'd be minus
CP?
1.
No, he has an enhancement.
Crack on.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, 2 at AP minus 1.
2 at AP minus 1. No. Yep, both go through.
2 damage each.
Okay.
So do you have to roll now?
Can't wait for Nick to roll this 1.
Yeah.
You said not to shoot you.
You can now.
Like, I don't think
No.
I hate it when I have to roll single dice and just not roll a 1 to do anything, because it's like I'm just putting negative feelings into the dice now, and it knows.
Toughness.
Stop
It's
raiding,
when it
so I think
bounces out the
stream's gonna
tray,
help.
lands on the 6, and you're like, I said I'd roll it in the tray, and what's gonna happen?
So 5
Oh, that's a shock. It's a 1.
at AP 2.
There's no way I can roll another 1 on this dice. It's rolled 1 19 times.
Take 2. 2.
Statistics? What are those?
Never tell me the odds.
So he can just come back up. So he would.
Is that?
Had Tom Higginbottom once.
That's a
He'd
roll.
worked out this thing that happened in the game.
Yep. Okay. I roll.
He'd done the maths on it, and it was like
Blade
1
jump
in
gets back up.
48,476% chance sort of thing.
He is charged.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
So,
Blade champion of blades.
Yep.
I think does Lions have a fight on death?
It's got no CP.
I have a fight.
Don't think I've seen it.
That's kind of.
yeah, the beast and
It's one thing. I think it seems like a
Firstly.
CP
Okay.
hungry army that's like.
so that's a bit shit.
I've used
4. So that's a bit shit. 4.
what are they called? Morkai
Oh, 2s.
units against demon princes before.
So 6. So 3s.
Well, you have to check that. The players think there is no psychic keyword on Demon Prince. So.
There isn't.
No, there isn't.
There isn't.
No, there might not be because a Cormon wouldn't have it. You see.
Yeah,
Oh no, it isn't.
I didn't
4.
think there was.
AP.
I guess because it was 1,000 someone, it did.
Okay.
Maybe.
Note his dice.
2 damage.
Okay.
Maybe.
Note his dice.
2 damage.
Oh yeah, there's anti-demon 2
Well,
plus
I'll-
dev wound sword.
I've got 4 attacks each.
And I was fighting
See
this
if I can
exotic
kill
date
some.
band. I was like,
Yeah,
alright,
well,
well that's
you-
like
you want
5,
contaminate
8
or you
pound
go
dead.
for
And he's
one
like,
of the
no. I
things?
was like, yeah.
Are-
It's
are they
like
different
5. It's
squads?
like
Yes.
anti-demon 2 plus.
Where's the one by himself?
Are you telling me that the unit is called Exalted 8 bound because it's a worldie that's been
No, it's 2.
like 8 demons?
So-
Isn't a demon.
But you would have had. Yeah,
Technically.
And he goes and looks it up and he goes,
Okay.
oh yeah, you're right. I was like, yeah, I thought so.
He's just built different.
It's like, come on. Don't get a 5+ invulnerable save because you're angry.
Hey, that would be a real cool.
1 hit.
Two
Both
lethals.
fail.
Oh, one goes through.
1 goes through.
Man, too angry to die.
Right, let's go with. There's the 2 guys. Sustained. Miss 3, get 2 back. And then winning on 2s.
It's a -1 to hit. Other +1 to hit.
No, I'll roll the whole thing again. Because I don't remember what I got.
I think
It was-
it would have been a max 1, so
Yeah.
carry on as normal.
I just roll it again. Miss 1.
There you go.
There you go.
It worked
I
out.
think, yeah, credit for Nick for
Please. Rerolling ones.
keeping his head in the game. And
That many just roll.
He's done far better than I thought it would go
yeah,
down.
I didn't think it would look like this.
That's 2, 4, 6.
I think it's.
Any damage?
My
Two each.
prediction
You know, I
would have been a
think-
small win to Custodes at the start. Honestly. Just 'cause I
Okay,
think
turn.
it's got more
Oh.
diversity
Oh, really?
in play.
Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of matters.
Just 'cause
So I've got
once
no-
the demons
two no
come in,
prisoner
they
on
can
I
really know where
meant
they are.
more when, like,
1 so far.
Oh, you
Well,
mean
that's
once
squad.
the
Twos.
yeah, I
30
think I meant
primary.
more from, like, the, yeah, the game start, yeah.
I don't know what.
Well,
I don't know if you can get.
because I also had the Custodes as, like, a smallish win, I think, in my head.
Yeah, same. But I don't
I just
know.
think they had more pushing power.
So you bracketed. Are you hitting on 3s?
Again, I think maybe that's from the fact that I played the Custodes and I haven't played the Demons, and I always have,
Carry on.
you know, the other army envy, and I'm like, oh, I wish I was playing that army.
Okay.
I'd have smashed me if I was playing that army.
Whack it
Yeah.
back.
-1.
Great demons fluffed in the bottom, so it's
yeah.
back now.
So 1.
Cool.
1 goes through.
Okay.
That's big, actually.
Yeah, yeah. What was he on? 3 wounds, we think.
It's on 3 wins, I think.
3, yeah.
Big
That's
You know, potentially at this
Overwatch
point
was
of the game, if the
mental.
clock's running down, you just pick lethals.
3 guys.
And
Sustained.
hope you roll with
Always
the
go
6s.
sustained again.
Say to your opponent, just roll the lethals, mate.
I have to do it because of the +1 to wound. It just makes sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh no, he went sustained.
Yeah,
he went for it.
It makes it.
Oh, you reroll
because
it.
he's got rerolls. It makes far more.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got rerolls.
sense, right? Like it's not.
Jesus Christ, that's insane.
Yeah, because he's on an objective he controls.
Is that
And
army
so, yeah,
rule,
that-
or is
that's
that just,
why.
When I'm on an objective,
That's the custodian guard rule, in coupled with the fact they get the sentinel
kind of
protocols, which is the double shoot. So not only do they re-roll,
can you be up?
they always re-roll wound rolls of 1, but when they're on an objective they control, they re-roll all wounds.
Roll that twice.
So obviously now you strength 7 spear,
Nice.
even though that demon's effectively T13. You're winded on 5s with +1 to wound, 4s re-rolling for 75% conversion rate, which is why you take the sustained over the lethals.
Turn. So
Top turn.
You get recover for 4 points.
Oh, I've got recovery.
No,
Yeah, my spell looks so much cleaner now.
Oh no, sorry.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
For both, yeah.
Yep, 4 points. And then no prisoners. You kill 2 units.
Got 5. They got technically got 3 because he killed the blade champion.
Oh, the blade
twice.
champion twice. Yeah, so we got 5.
Yeah, just that shooting in
Nice,
Overwatch was
okay.
insane.
I need to battle shocks and whatnot. So
But who knew when you give custodes +1 to hit, +1 wound, good shooting, good combat, they can actually be used.
Yeah, and then let the Inquisitor benefit from the rules.
2.
Yeah.
Because I kind of need to give myself more chance to pass battle shocks and get
So
that
there's
primer.
2 units there.
That's 2 units. Yes, sir.
So both of them battle shock, please.
Going to give what? This is his one.
So
Hi, Brian.
go up to 3,
That's
Yep.
the name of that creator.
down
theme.
to 2.
Both of them battle shock. So on the
Battle shocking both
Terminators,
those Terminators in the centre.
You've got to name your models, guys.
he's fine. On the
And then
So do you name them when they do something epic, or just, you know?
No, the only models I have named was a foolish attempt to get my partner to have some sort of interest in what I was doing.
How many were in that squad?
2. There was 4. Sorry.
So he's
He is. I need to battle shock them both.
God damn, actually.
So I need to do it again.
Ooh, we might-
No. I mean, not like bless them, people who do that, but
Fail again.
This custodian guard are dying to battle shocks. like
Lads been
crazy.
shot a last pistol at a night and
3.
killed it, and you're
Okay.
you
But
Still
it's a
have
good thing I
that.
didn't put him in the sky.
Oh no.
still got that.
Yep. So I do get
So you get
15.
Right, so
So did he not score the center
He
objective
did,
for the
he
battle
did.
shocks
Even
then?
after all his battle shocks, he luckily got away with it. So he's got 15 on primary.
And then
Well, the
Oh, because he
Vex-
still gets the +1 OC, right?
Yeah, and that's where the Vexilla really helps you, you know.
2
And,
cards,
and
we
if you're
have
playing your
Engage.
Custodes, think about
Engage.
that,
And
especially in
bring
this
it down.
type of
3.
game.
the one turn I didn't want it.
What did you get?
Bring it down.
He's got bring it down.
Monster?
Oh, what
And
bitch.
engage. Yeah, he can give me 2 points, can't he?
Yeah, for crying out loud.
That's got him.
Oh. Okay.
That
Is this turn 4 now?
There's
Oh.
so
Probably talked.
Maybe that's a demon prince.
engage
That's
and
something.
bring
He's-
it
See a
Will he
monster?
kill it?
down.
He is a monster. And there's also a Nurgle, but that's a beast actually. The beast Nurgle's a beast. We're losing the name, Josh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was talking to myself there, not you. I wasn't just jumping on you.
Shoot
there.
Yeah, no, I was
Shut
like,
up, Josh.
yeah, but by like your subconscious.
Too scary. I have line of sight where I am anyway. Alright, let's eat these girls. It's about fucking time.
I mean, I don't know how Nick holds that 5 primary, if that's even fucking possible right now.
It's not.
Oh no, Max scoring.
Got
Max.
Max.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
he
Max.
gets-
Oh yeah, but I'm just thinking from
Well,
different.
I don't even know what the score is.
Oh, it's on the. You got that as well.
No, it's on that side.
62 to you, 49 to Nick.
Oh, so it's quite close.
Minus battle score. Yeah, you got.
I've done a few mistakes.
Yeah.
Alright. We need to.
It's got to be tight. I think.
What OC is a great and clean one?
Great on clean one is OC 5, I think.
5.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, there's
I'm
nothing there.
thinking, you know, you
Yeah, it's
you
up
throw
there.
that
There.
throw that Caladius further up if you can get through the gap. You try some silly long bomb charge and just try to
Yeah.
survive on some good saves, and then I'll OC him for that.
Okay.
And then tidy up the centre, because I think the centre should get tidied
Oh,
up
this is a
by
nightmare.
now. I mean, but look, come on, we can't be having this
Let's do some shit.
this
So we'll start
unit
with
in
the
10 finally thinking about making a charge.
I know what
It
I'm
is-
thinking.
Oh, I need to bring her down.
I don't think it makes a difference.
So I have engage. So I have.
I mean, there's a potential for a no prisoners next turn, right? But maybe, I mean, obviously, I don't know what's been discarded, but you've got,
Okay, so we've got 4 shots.
you know, an
from the tank
assassinate.
into the demon prince.
Potentially, you've got an area
Yes,
denial to tidying up
Yep,
the
yep,
middle.
So freeze.
You know,
Area's already been drawn.
Misses.
It has.
area's already been drawn.
Falls.
So, you know, you bring it down as a waste, but
AP,
surely you redraw that.
Yeah.
go through it.
You know, that's where Nick's looking at his score
That's 8 damage.
and going,
And then
actually,
another 7.
CP,
Right.
what is he doing with the
Next,
CP
we've
now?
got
I don't know.
this
What's 2 CP
guy
get him?
here.
As opposed to a card draw that might be 5
He's
points.
going to shoot these 2 here.
It's
No.
I'm
Yeah, might as well. Fuck
And
it.
again,
I
he
can't
might
see.
have a plan for it, you know.
What's
This
what,
one guy
yeah,
here.
and then who's the other
Yeah,
guy?
it's
But
better for it.
this is,
winning the
They're,
game.
they're
It's-
separate squads.
Yeah, but who's the other guy shooting?
I
Fucking
don't.
plan.
Oh.
The reason,
you know.
because he's got 7 wounds. If you don't kill him, so if you
Yeah, I'm going to
aim-
shoot both.
Oh yeah, I mean, my plans get thrown out the window when the practicalities of the
fuck yourself over,
situations
yeah.
come down to it.
Fuck
2 shots.
You know,
Both
I
hit.
mean, people are quite afraid to redraw cards, but actually, if you redraw cards and then even if you end up spinning it,
2 damage.
it's not a CP loss
D6 shots into Slobody.
for the sense of you're going to get.
What's his toughness?
5.
5. 2s.
Play.
That's fine. Alright, those guys there are going to shoot into the dogs. These are the regular guys. All hit. 2s. What's your
Is he
toughness
a
actually?
charge into those dogs?
4, I think.
4, so it'll be
Would
freeze.
have cost him nothing and gained him everything.
Shooting them.
4.
Yeah. I mean, if the guards from the bottom on the Matt's home objective have moved up 6, gone for a
So again?
rollable long
4.
charge, flip that objective, flip all the objectives. Matt's on 5.
Yeah.
The assassin comes
2
down
damage?
on
Yeah, you kind of have to string out to make sure you keep that
No,
objective.
because you've got the assassin.
This
And he scores
Yeah,
at
I
the
mean,
end
but
of
you
next
can,
turn.
yeah.
this is
Yeah,
Oh, the assassin's there. Nice.
what's it called?
There can be.
Yes.
yeah, so she can always just deep strike back onto it.
Sustain 2. This is strength 6. This will be 2s.
No, you're right. There's no risk to it.
The T4.
Yeah, that's fine. It's
Wales, I think players are mindful of time and just trying to go as
strength 6.
a bit as quickly as they can.
Dogs die. It's 2 each.
Which, you know, dog's dying. What does it gain?
That's the thing. When you get into like the
Go
last
into the charge phase.
10 minutes of your turn,
So we've got that's a 9.
Let me check. I've got that.
Yeah, I slightly touched him.
So he's on the dice.
Yep. 9 to be within an inch.
Yep.
Yep. So +2 to charge. So I need a 7.
There you go.
So I'm going to CP that.
Oh god. Rerollable 7
maybe +2
charge.
to charge as well. Oh,
Yes, yeah. And this is why it's this is why it's
Next we've got.
really
this
sort
guy
of
here is
shocking
gonna
that
charge.
that unit's been so
Oh.
underused.
Have to. So he's.
Oh no.
On the objective, I'm assuming.
Battleship is on there.
This way, and then we'll go Terminator as well into Slobody. And he's another 7.
Okay. Can you battle shock? Battle shock.
Battle shock. Terminator. He's fine. One guy. He's fine. Cool. Do you want to pick him up? Save some time.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. So that is turn.
I'm surprised Matt didn't try an heroic
Brought it down
Yeah.
for 2 points.
with that. Is it a demon prince or a beast of Nurgle?
Beast of Nurgle.
Going into turn 5,
Yeah.
you get what,
10.
10 on the prime, but you maxed out.
Oh god. Okay, never mind. Just thinking. Oh, I'm not going to say anything. So what for your secondaries?
For my secondaries,
Yeah.
2 points, 2 points.
Okay. I'm going to say after the fact, you can consolidate onto the objective and get big engage. But never mind.
Could
That's
I?
me telling you how to do
Okay.
it.
I was playing too fast.
Yep.
So I have that objective anyway. But you still
got
score
scored.
10. So bam bam, you have assassination and cleanse. There is a character in here. There is a
Cleanse.
character in here.
Cleanse yours, can I?
Yep.
That's Matt's.
One of them.
Would he be close enough that he would have to
How about
actually
you?
go and engage these?
I will.
Yeah, you'd
before I
just have to
do
go
that,
for
I'm
With
gonna,
one of them.
the beast
yeah.
of Nurgle.
Yeah, so what you do is you.
Because if you
block
can
one.
engage, you
Battle
have to engage. You
Yeah, but
can't
you
move
press on
towards the
lighter.
objective.
Oh, no, because
That's
it's been
not
9, yeah,
one
each
unit.
command phase.
So
Which
So-
one?
So one goes in,
one.
blocks.
What's the what? wounds
3
are-
wounds, 3 wounds.
Ah, okay, right, yeah.
Or do I? Yeah, battle shock.
I mean, also one of those charges
One
was a
that you- the
big
worst one.
charge range, right?
Well,
Could have
that's
swung
probably
around
the time.
potentially.
100%.
He fails. D3?
I mean, again, difficult for me to say. I'm not there at the
Oh, yeah,
team.
so it's
measure,
CP
so-
to both. Do both. Sorry, because I've got the CP.
No, that's only a
No, it's my. Yeah,
Yep, carry
that's
on.
what I thought about when we were rushing this now. Okay, so
Do you want to keep assassinate or do you want to get rid?
no, get rid of assassinate because I'm not getting it.
Oh, sorry. So,
Unless is that the character?
Primary, you got
No.
So
assassinate.
neither one of them are characters.
Nope.
Okay.
You get area denial.
Air denial. Should I get a little area denial or?
No, I'll be within 3. Unless you kill me.
Denial. Oof,
No, you got to
nice.
kill both of them. That probably isn't happening. Because I'm just heroic.
Area denial and
That's what Nick likes to see right now.
what?
Cleanse.
Cleanse. Okay. Cleanse is auto.
I mean, cleanse is fine, right? Cleanse is just going off.
Yeah, because you can do it in your opponent's
Yeah.
deployment zone, right?
And then you make sure we redraw the area.
Have you had no prisoner?
No, the area
Yes.
was a redraw.
You had the
for
overwhelming.
Yeah, of course, it's just not in your
Get that
deployment
action to try
zone.
and move away
No.
from. So it doesn't matter if you.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
dud into dud.
I don't think it matters. I'm not sure.
That charge?
Yep.
No.
CP.
Might as well.
Yep.
Because it's my end turn, isn't it?
I'm going to see if behind
Yes,
not being
I would say
5
so.
and engage not being
Again,
4
so the-
matters.
Oh god, that's so heavy.
The other thing that potentially you do, bearing in mind that your score and your end game scoring, is that Caladius could have moved up just to threaten somewhere else, and then if it needs to
I
just
got one.
run back onto the objective for end game scoring, it can.
Oh,
Are they both on a wound?
You know, same as we we're
Yeah.
saying about that the Straxus' squad on the left, it may as well run up because
So
it can
that's
always just run
CP
back
to-
or chain.
I've just had a food delivery.
To do.
It just gives you options.
that's it.
Not CP roll. Did I do a CP
Yes.
roll?
On
And
the
I
charge.
did it for the.
We'd sort of redempt the
So-
Dreadnought
Oh,
Whirlwind
character
list, and
in
people
there.
used to get really confused about why Whirlwinds had left